fire. So Sakia Sampson, I'm going to turn it over to you. Bring everyone out on the field on this beautiful, glorious August 26th.
Good morning, everyone. I just wanted to let everyone know, I want you to just kill it and just remember, put your shit in the bag and just go out there and get in your bag and just make everything that you could of it, because this is all temporary. This shell of the body is temporary. So you have to live in the moment, be graceful, be thankful, and just keep pushing and keep going.
I absolutely love it. And you guys, as you know, Sakia has been through quite a bit in the last couple of weeks. Unfortunately, her cousin was shot. He made it through. He's made it to live another day. And it's actually, I had no idea that Sakia would be the person that I talked to today or have her bring us out on the field. Now, it's very seldom that I share videos, but I want to share something with you because in a full stream of consciousness, I wanted to share this with you. And it's crazy how the universe works, right? Sometimes I call on somebody and it goes directly in alignment with the way we're going to have our conversation. So Sakia, thanks for starting us off. Heart goes out to you, light, love, energy to you and your family. And I'm glad that your cousin is healing and he's getting better, and nothing but love for you. So let's see this, you guys. I want to share my screen with you. Forgive me, I have quite a few things up. Now, I randomly, like I said, I seldom put videos up because sometimes the message doesn't convey. But what I want to do today is I want to share something with you, and I want to share this with you, and I want to hear what your guys' takeaways. I'm going to share sound, and then I'm going to play this video. So I watched this video and I reposted it yesterday, and it meant a lot to me, and I want to share it with you and kind of see what your guys' thoughts are on this video, and hopefully it has the same impact or a similar impact that it had on me. So let me play this.
May 26, 2003, Aaron Ralston was hiking. A boulder fell on his right hand. He waited 4 days. Then he amputated his own arm with a pocket knife. A woman who was bungee jumping in Zimbabwe, the cord broke. She then fell into a river and had to swim back to land in crocodile-infested waters with a broken collarbone. The most amazing part of these stories is when asked about the experience, they all smiled, shrugged, and said, I guess things could have been worse. When your day is a museum of disappointments hanging from events that were outside of your control. When you find yourself flailing in an ocean of why is this happening to me? When it feels like your guardian angel put in his 2-week notice 2 months ago and just decided not to tell you. When it feels like God is a babysitter that's always on the phone. When you get punched in the esophagus by a fistful of life, remember that you will survive. Remember, things could be worse. Remember, we are never, ever given anything that we can't handle. The human heart beats approximately 4,000 times per hour, and each pulse, each throb, each palpitation is a trophy engraved with the words, you are still alive. May 26th.
Powerful, right? Like I watched that and it was literally like it set my whole tone. Any thoughts, any feelings from that video? Anybody want to share? Sakia, let's hear from you.
Yes, that is so powerful, so crazy. And because my cousin called me this morning. Yesterday was my father's one-year anniversary from passing. So he called me. He actually texted me at 2:30 in the morning. I called him when I got up. And he just was like, I saw your dad in my dream, but while my father his father had passed too, is my father's kid bro. And so then like a year after my dad had passed, after his father had passed, and he was like, why my dad haven't came and saw me? Is he mad at me? I saw your dad. He told me he was there with me the whole time. And I had to tell him about the spiritual life and like, you know, about God, that like, he's not going to put too much on you and you just can't be scared, and they're going to come see you. And you just got to keep, just keep your faith and just tell them that it's okay, that you're not scared. So you just playing that video. Oh my God, I want to break down and cry. Like, it's so real.
You guys, I appreciate you sharing it. Always appreciate everyone's vulnerability. Sometimes you watch something and just really hits home. The numbers 1440 have been sticking out in my head ever since I heard that a couple weeks ago. 1440, 1440, 1440. And that 1440 means that's the amount of minutes that we have in the day. And I will share some of my thoughts with you. I'm going to pull my screen up in a second. Each of us have the same amount of time in our day. The difference between top producers and people that perpetually struggle in this business is that top agents really understand what they're going to do every single day. They don't walk into life and walk into business haphazardly and not knowing how they're going to go about their day. They have intent, they have clarity about what they want, why they want it, and they don't deviate from that. And they don't operate out of haphazard. We saw this exercise the other day, and I just try to recreate it, you guys, but I'm no creative designer. So I want to share this with you guys and like kind of like look at how success is distributed. And when we think about, you know, who people are and why we fall into these categories. So 1% of the people are rich, 4% of the people are prosperous, 15% of the people are living good, and you know, 60% of people will financially struggle, and then 20% are broke. And that's an unfortunate scenario for a lot of people. But when we were in this session the other day, the presenter told me this. He said, who do you think the people are on this list that spend the most time training, coaching, developing, script role playing? If you guys could guess and think about this and share with me in the chat, who do you think the people are broken down in these percentages, in these categories, are the people that spend the most time, most money, most energy, most time at conferences? Who do you think those people are when you look at this screen? Which category is it? Is it number one, the top one, prosperous, good living, struggle? Which one do you think the most productive people are getting coaching and training? Any rich? Yeah, you know what? Here's the thing, you guys. Even though a small amount of people sell the most real estate, those are the people that are diving back into their craft. I talked to a guy the other day that sold 269 homes last year, him and one other person in the San Diego market. He's like, dude, I am a student. I'm like, wait, you're a student? He's like, man, I'm constantly growing. I'm learning. I'm listening. I'm watching podcasts. I'm coming to coaching. I'm contributing at the highest level. I'm going to as many conferences that I can when time permits because I have children and all these things. So when you think about it, a lot of the times, the people that are not successful in business, the people that are struggling the most in business are the people that are unable to take that chance and say, you know what, I'm going to go to this session. I'm going to go and read. I'm going to show up for coaching. I'm going to raise my hand. I'm going to ask questions. I'm going to be vulnerable. I'm going to say, you know what? My business is not where it needs to be. And so I'm going to put my ego aside. I'm going to raise my hand and say, somebody, Kenny, Elias, anybody, can somebody help me out in my business, right? So you have to operate out of that mentality that, you know what? I'm going to show up. I'm going to do the work. And that's why I have nothing but love and respect for you guys on this call right here. I think about this from an insurance standpoint. You guys have to insurance your success in 2 years from now, because I don't know about you. I don't know what the hell I would do if I didn't have this. I don't know. So I make sure my insurance plan is set in place so I can continuously grow in this career. And I'm telling you this, 8 years I have to give to this business, and I'm out. I'm living somewhere other than here, but I'm out of this business. So I want to encourage you guys read that constant and never-ending improvement, reading, growing, doing what Maria's doing up in Sacramento, and like putting groups together, building relationships, going to the board, attending association events, going to things where you could just simply network, shake hands. Hi, how are you? I met somebody last night at an event that I was invited to. We're going around, we're having some fun. I met this lady. She's like, hey, I've been to one of your coaching sessions. I have 65,000 people that follow me on Clubhouse. Want to collaborate? I'm like, hell yeah, right? Like just by being in rooms and like shaking hands and hi, how are you? I'm Elias. What do you do? Hi, I'm Elias. What do you do? 65,000 people. She's like, I want to collaborate with you. Met a community leader. She's like, what are you guys doing in Oakland for a community reach out? I'm like, we should be doing more. She's like, let's you and I put something on the calendar. So I want to encourage you guys to go out there and have those conversations and meet the people and shake hands and schmooze and do the things that are going to help you grow in this business. I don't know about you guys. I really love this business, and I'm going to put an insurance plan around my life that's going to ensure that I'm going to be here in 2 years from now. If you want to be here in 2 years from now, give me a reaction. I don't care what the emoji is on the screen. If you are down to be in this business in 2 years from now, give me a reaction with the emojis down below, please. And I'll wait until I see everyone's freaking hand up. Cool. Thank you. Awesome. So let's do this, you guys. I want to go into a conversation with Daniela Lopez. Daniela is, I love her energy. I love her excitement. She is super stoked when she's in the office. She's the ultimate hype woman. So I wanted to hear from her as well as others that have watched the Tom Ferry Summit over the last couple of days, and I want to hear what some of your key takeaways were. I think what's more important is that what are the things that you know right now that you're going to take action on in the next couple of weeks, in the next day. I don't want to think about 2023 just yet. I want to talk about right now, what are the actionable items? So Daniela, can we get a quick mic check from you? Daniela going once. Yo, how are you?
I'm good. Give me 1 second. My goodness, I'm getting ready to go to work, and I just jumped out the shower.
You knew I texted you earlier and you said yes.
I know, and I was so ready, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna wash my hair real quick, and then I heard Daniela Lopez, and I'm like, scrub it up.
All right, hold on, you guys. Here's pure commitment on your end. Let's give Daniela a second to just get dressed. How many other people? Listen, I'm gonna go to Omar. Omar was taking notes, he's creating content. And by the way, man, that video was super, super cool. We might have an editor on staff and you, my man. So Omar, let's hear from you, bro. If we can just kind of break down the last 3 days, what were a couple key takeaways that you took from the Tom Ferry Success Summit? And most importantly, what do you know that you're going to take action on in the next couple of days, weeks, so on and so forth? Let's go to you.
Yeah, awesome. Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. First of all,
thank you for being clothed. Yeah, okay, so being clothed is not a prerequisite of group coaching, but I would prefer that you guys were dressed. So Omar, let's go to you, big dog.
Awesome. Yeah, well, thank you, Kenny, and thank you, Elias, for live streaming the summit event. It was my first time ever watching it, and I really, really liked it. And also shout out to Rebecca and Molly for organizing both events. My biggest takeaway was, I actually wrote it down because I was like, let me be ready in case Elias calls on me. Motivation gets you growth, but discipline gets you keeps you going. And that just resonated with me so much because I've been working on
Omar, say that one more time, man, for the people in the back of the room.
Motivation gets you, give me my chicken scratch, I can't read it. Motivation gets you going, discipline keeps you growing. So that resonated with me a lot just because I've been working on my discipline a lot in my personal life and also implementing it into my business. And I'm just now starting to see, like, you know, my business kind of not grow, but essentially grow, I guess. And just people are starting to recognize who I am and, you know, Omar as a realtor. So it really resonated with me, and it kind of just gave me that push, like, all right, like, you know, your discipline is kind of keeping you going and your motivation's making your business grow. So that was also really cool. And just seeing how everyone talked about social media and the different strategies that they kind of implemented towards their business also kind of gave me that good push, just because I am big on social media and I've got this new confidence. So I'm really excited to just put that into action and see where it takes my business.
So Omar, I remember having a coaching session with you a couple months back, and I think you were in a house in San Francisco. I don't remember. It was like a dark lit room. I remember this. And like the Omar then, and if I'm being transparent with you, was this Omar that was uncertain, right? About who he was going to be, how he was going to be, why he was going to be, all these things, right? And like you were just truly finding your voice, and like, well, should I create video? I don't know. I've never created video. And now your video game is taken off. And I want to just give you praise first off and edify you. Yeah. But how did you, for the people that might be struggling, how did you like get past that glass ceiling? How did you get past that fear? Because it's working for you in a big way.
So every day I was like, you know what? I'm just going to shower, get ready. And if I feel like shooting a video, at least I'm camera ready, because that's everyone's big excuse every time I ask them, well, why don't you just go film a video right now? I'm not camera ready. Okay, well, why didn't you get camera ready? You know, for a lot of us, it's just showering, doing our hair, and putting on a nice outfit. That's a step one. And then the other part is setting up to shoot your video. If you already know what you're going to talk about, or, you know, shoot your video about, literally set up. And while you're setting up, that's half the battle. Literally, then you just start recording. That's literally everything that's what I kind of tell myself. And those are the two big struggles that I kind of struggled with at first. Was one, well, I'm not camera ready. And two, it's like, well, I got to set up this equipment, or I got to set up my tripod, or what do I talk about? Just getting that out of the way, and then just shoot, like recording ongoing and snipping your videos, and just do it.
I love it. And tremendous growth. So love this. Danielle, I don't know if you're ready. I want to hear from you if you are in a position. If not, we'll come back to Daniela. Who else attended the Tom Ferry Summit over the last 3 days and has some key takeaways that they would like to share with the group right now, and then actionable items? And don't be shy, you guys. We all listened, we all learned. So is Joellen, is that a hand up?
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. Let's hear from you.
So I made it to the Brentwood on Monday, but since the kids get out real early, I was able to buy the Tom Ferry myself and live stream it at home. And I was super excited I did that. But the things that I took away is the one CMA day that we can do through our high note through a text message. I have so many freaking leads that I can send my high note buyer presentation or seller right through high note. Like that's legit, like super easy. You just send it, you know?
Totally.
And then I love the one guy, I think Phil Johnson, how he talked about the words and the way that you use, like, because you said this or because you said that, may I do this? It's like those little words that he talks about in his book. I mean, I was just all about that.
Love it.
All about that.
So Judith can put the link to the book that you're referencing. What is the book that you're referring to?
I can't remember the name, but it's something about the language or the words. What's the name again? The
NLP?
Which one?
NLP?
No, I don't think electric. Oh, no, it's something else. Phil Johnson.
All right, we'll find it. I'll have
Yeah,
Judith
I'll find it.
Okay, cool. I love it. So Daniela, okay, cool. Fully dressed. Thank you. Let's hear from you. Key takeaways. Like here's what was cool about Daniela. You know, leaders emerge. Leaders are going to be leaders no matter whatever situation she's in. She was the one in the room. Did you get that? Write that down. Write that down. She's the coach within the coaches, man. So I loved it. So Danielle, let's hear from you. What were some key takeaways from you, and what are you going to take action on immediately?
Well, I think that was the overall essence of the summit, right? It's we learned something in the moment, but what are we going to do with it? So Tom Ferry talked about taking two iconic changes that you're going to implement today. And they were really big on accountability. So in the moment, like as soon as summit was over, Vanessa was like, okay, what are we going to do? Like, let's write it down. Cynthia was there. She was teaching us stuff, how to create like a hot sheet and how to use it and how to customize it. And then we just got on the phone. So it was like, we took it literally like, let's do it right now. And I think that if we can kind of keep that energy going this time next year, we're all going to be in a different place. So that was something that we took away. And just like Joellen, I forgot what the guy's name was, Philip Lewis, the keynote speaker. You know, I called someone, Brittany and I had met a lead from an open house like a couple months ago, and we called him, and at first he's like, oh no, I'm good. I don't need to buy a house. And I said, well, because you said you were looking to buy a house in Pittsburgh, we have a couple on the market that are going to be perfect for you. And he's like, oh, okay, send them to me. I want to go see them. So really knowing what the language that is going to strike curiosity with the people that you're on the phone with, and just doing it like right in the moment, hair up, no makeup. I mean, you're on the phone or you're making a video, but just like doing it right then and there. Like, don't wait for tomorrow. Don't wait for when I get home. Like, do it right then and there. That's the biggest takeaway that I think most of us in the Brentwood office took.
I love this. We're going to have a little bit more of a conversation on this, like message to market. But when you think about this, I'm not a fan of motivation. You might think I'm like a real big fan of motivation. Like, I always think that that's fleeting. And I've said this 1,000 times, like, the motivation is fleeting. Like, how many people are going to Elevate this weekend? We're going to Elevate. We're speaking at Elevate. I'm really, really excited about it. Now you have a choice. You're going to spend time away from your family. You're going to drive up there. You're going to spend some money on food, on gas, and then you have a choice. Your choice is, I'm going to go and I'm going to listen, and I'm going to take something out of that, and I'm going to instantly take some action. I'll probably be in my room that night taking some action. Or I'm going to go and then I'm going to look back 2 weeks from now like, God, that event was great. It was good. And I didn't do shit with the information, right? So I don't have all the answers. Kenny doesn't have all the answers. But what we found since, building this company is that we just took action, right? Kenny's like, I don't understand people and hearts and feelings and all that stuff, but I do understand taking action, right? I'm not the smartest dude in the world, but I know about taking action. And I can just tell you from experience, that's how we've really grown, is that we've taken things that we've learned, put them in action. We'll be at a seminar and we're texting the rest of the senior leadership group, like, okay, let's do this, let's implement this, let's put this on the calendar. Some of our best ideas come from right there in the moment. So really, really good stuff, Danielle. I love it. Anybody else would like to share? Let's hear from one other person. Anybody else like to share one thing that they learned? Go ahead.
So sorry, just one last thing. If those of you want the slides from the summit, either send me a DM or an email because I took them and I'll send them to you. There's a lot of really good playbooks from the other agents who were on this stage. So if you want that, lots of really good checklists to host like mega open houses, strategies on how to get in contact with your leads like that same day. So just let me know if you want the slides, I'll send them to you.
You know what? Let's just, I'll answer for everyone. Hell yeah, everyone wants the slides. Let's just put them in Slack. Will, that was a hand up saying yes, or was that a contribution to the conversation?
That was me saying I would definitely love the slides. I am driving to Elevate as we speak. Boop, boop.
Yes, love it, bro. Well, I'll see you in a couple hours. Lauren, are you on the call today? Lauren Ibarra? Okay, I thought I saw her name come up. So
I'm here just at work.
Oh, you are? Okay, cool. Then I won't have you contribute on this. I was going to ask you what your takeaways were from the Craig Proctor event because it was completely different from the Tom Ferry event. But I wanted to share something with you, and I had a question. And let's get real with each other. I want to ask everyone on the screen to stop for a moment, and I want you to ask yourself this question. Why would a consumer call me? Okay. Here's how a lot of the messaging is. Thinking about buying or selling real estate in Danville? Call me. I'm your person. Thinking about listing your home in Central or in Castro Valley? Call me. I'm your person. Like, how many people, and let's be honest with you, how many people have ever heard that type of messaging before? Please raise your hand, right? Like all of a sudden, just because they see Melissa is, oh, I'm selling homes in this area, I'm going to call Melissa. Okay, like nobody gives a shit. And sorry, kids, Uncle E cusses a little bit. Sorry, baby. Like nobody really gives a shit about us. They don't give a shit about us. And there were some key things that we learned from the Craig Proctor event that I wanted to share with you guys right now because I thought that it was really, really powerful. And I want to share some of my notes with you. So they told us to write this down, so I wrote this down. So write this down. The most effective and least expensive way of generating prospects is to offer them something they want and make it easy and non-threatening for them to get it. And I'll give you a quick example. These were two different types of ads that were created that spoke to consumers, and the response on these two ads were vastly, vastly different. And I'm going to give you an example. Ad one. How many people have ever saw this ad? And we're all probably guilty of it. I've done it before too in the past. Here's the caption on the ad. Carlsbad, 3-bedroom, corner lot, closest or closet organizer, stay with me, garage, door openers, water softener, new dishwasher, listed at $579,900,000. Call Bob Smith at ABC Realty. How many people have ever heard that before? Yeah, people have heard that advertisement before. What if I am a consumer looking for a house at $750,000? Am I calling Bob Smith? Chances are, no, you're shaking your head. Why, Kevin Magna? Why am I not calling Bob Smith?
Because he's only selling $500,000 houses.
He's only selling, but I'm sure he would take a lead that was 600,000 or 400,000. I'm sure you'd take that lead, right?
Yeah.
Here's the difference in the marketing campaign. And there's two different ads here. Here's the Craig Proctor approach. Carlsbad, lovely homes, quiet streets, desirable neighborhoods, top schools, great deals, free lists with pictures. Go to carlsbaddeals.info. Right? Now, he's going to get people that are interested in all of those things, and he didn't put himself in a 579 bucket. What I want to encourage everyone to start looking at, and that doesn't have to be done today. Why is someone going to call Omar? We heard a messaging the other day. I serve veterans. My team has helped over 1,000 veterans find homes in this particular area. If you're a veteran looking for a home, we are the team to help you find that home. Wow, what do they specialize in? They specialize in finding homes. If you have a home in Danville that you want to sell and you're looking at getting 102,000 or 102% over asking price, I'm the guy to call. My team has successfully sold 10 homes in this market in the last 6 months for 102%, if not more. If you're interested in a free consultation, please follow the link below, or at least get your free CMA. Like you guys, like the messaging, like why does someone want to call you, right? Like why? Think about that, you guys. And that's hard. Trust me, this exercise is super, super hard, but why does someone call you back? Does a portion of your proceeds go to help a nonprofit organization that truly helps educate kids in your community? A percentage of your profits goes back to XYZ to help XYZ. Kevin Magna, you had your hand up.
Yeah, Ben Rojas and I were just having this conversation yesterday. We do some farming in Concord, and the first 3 mailers we did was like February, March, April, May kind of time frame, and it was that kind of value proposition was to the seller was we'll do more for less, right? And with the market shift that we were in our conversation yesterday, it was, why would we want to do more for less when we have to actually do more for a longer period of time to get a listing sold, right? So we'd be cutting our own foot off, right? So shifting the message to, more of, here's your, your CMA, here's the most recent listings that we've had and sold in your neighborhood, like exactly what you're saying, to show them that we are active, we are do what we're doing best for our clients, and here's the proof of the pudding in the data to show them the value proposition we can bring to them.
God, I love this. I love this. Couple headlines that we saw from the event. Selling a home in selling a Salt Lake City home, ? Find out your home's worth. Gwinnett Country homes for sale with basement under $350,000. Main level master floor. Cool. What am I? Okay, so I love this one. Main level master suite. If I am a consumer that needs a first level master suite because I got bad knees and I don't want to go up the stairs, do you think that I have a prospect that is more inclined to call me that has more of an immediate need versus sending a message out that is more broad? The answer is yes. Because why? Richard Johnson, I'm calling you because we're actually looking for homes that are $350,000 that have a first story master suite. Right? So now a consumer's calling you because they have an immediate need. And when there's an immediate need, they're farther down the funnel and you're able to help them out. I want your guys' phone ringing with things that are immediate, like they have a need right now. They have a need. Here's a couple other ones. Let's say it says Loganville, Georgia, off-market homes, home deals not on the MLS. Tired of the competition? Want to see homes before they hit the market? Click the link below for your list of homes that before they hit the market. Beat the competition. Right? Think about these things, you guys. It says here, Oakville home deals, bank owned, fixers, distressed, find exclusive homes today. Do you think that people are going to find or want to talk to you that are probably investors, maybe hard money lenders, maybe they're looking for a house because their husband's a contractor, he can do all the work. Now you get a targeted focus calling you about these ads, right? This is why I see a lot of people winning on social is they ask a question that gives a consumer a specific way to answer and make it easy, right? Here's what a lot of people do, and I want to encourage everyone to do it. Thinking about buying, selling, or investing in real estate? Call me, I'm your dude. It's flat, you guys. It is super, super flat. Are you an investor that's looking for homes in the Berkeley area under $1 million that have been on the market for more than 30 days? Click the link below for that list, and we'd love to show you these homes, right? Oh, wow, he's got a list. Melissa's got a list of something that I need immediately, right? When you think about your approach for buyers right now, why is a buyer going to call you? Why is a buyer going to call you, right? click below for a link to 20 homes that have had a price reduction in the last 15 days. Who's going to call you? The people that want the fucking deal. They're looking for a price reduction, right? These are the homes that are the hottest deals on them in the market, right? Condos listed for 400,000 less. HOAs that are $200 or $400 or less in this particular market. For a list, click the link down below or call me, call to action, right? What I want you guys to do is think about how you can take this broad message that you have and really funnel it. That session that Lauren and I went to, I thought was super, super powerful. And so I want to continue to have these conversations, because what I'm seeing on social media is that you guys are getting used to hooks. You guys are getting great to like hook this. Go Elias brainstorming at its best on the fly. Yeah, and it's not on the fly nice. I take a lot of notes. Like I take a lot of notes. And so like I want to make sure like I'm thinking about these things, and like I'm always thinking about how is this going to help them? How is this going to help them? So I want to share that sentiment with you. I want to share those thoughts with you. Does any of you have something right now that is eliciting a great type of response from consumers because the message is super targeted? Whether it's working with investors, whether it's working with veterans, whether it is working with first-time home buyers, whether it is working with distressed properties. Does anybody have something that's working for them right now that they want to share? Or do you have an idea of a message that you would like to start creating, or an ad that you would like to start creating? Anybody, feel free to take yourself off of mute. This is the interaction piece of group coaching. Let's not be silent. Closed mouths do not get fed. Nias, let's hear from you, big dog.
Yeah, I attended the Craig Proctor event here in Sacramento when he was here, and so I just got a lot out of it. And yesterday I actually did an hour-long session with one of the coaches.
Yes.
On the video thing, and so we kind of just dive deep into my business, and as far as like my target, we all have different type of niches, and that's one of the things that they were kind of talking about as far as tapping into that niche and being able to put that that message out. And when I first got into real estate, my whole thing was I didn't want to become a realtor at first. I was looking more into the investment side, and that's the reason why you see Next Investment Realty, everything like that. And so I became a realtor because I wanted to be able to have both options, right? But after going to his event and just working with a couple of investors right now, I'm kind of reshifting some of my approach as far as the messaging that I'm putting out to target those people looking for, distressed properties or investors looking to be able to, partner in on some deals with. So.
Love it. Love it. Ernesto, you had something you chimed in here. It says, I don't work with investors, not a niche I enjoy, so I don't ever create content for them. I mean, this is perfect, because a lot of times realtors say, hey, thinking about buying, selling, or investing in real estate, call me. And then you get this super analytical dude that's wanting to know, breakdown and potential rents, and what's the bankroll look like, what's my cost per door, and all these things. And you're like, oh my God, I don't know what to fucking do. I don't know what to do. This is confusing. And then it's not something that inspires you and lights up your soul. So man, I absolutely love that. That's why we call Julie. Yeah, absolutely right. Julie loves that. Julie absolutely enjoys that. So what are some other thoughts? What are you doing right now that's working, or what's an idea that maybe has been sparked from having this conversation? Anybody else want to chime in? Once again, you guys, participation at the highest level is encouraged always. Let's hear from you guys. If not, I'll probably just call on people. All right, cool. Maria Dominguez, let's hear from you.
So I guess I have put it in the chat. So if we do have a list, where does that connect to? I know, for some of us, it'd be like, that's easy peasy, but where is that list? Like, I can create a list this minute, do a video, click on the link, but where is that link linking to?
Create a high note.
Okay, it is high note.
Yeah, high notes. I think the high note's the best, and it's sexy, right? It's the best way for us to create really cool looking presentations. And then you can customize that, right? Like I've seen all kinds of different high notes. maybe that's one. Maybe there's one for buyers. Maybe that's one for distressed properties. Maybe there's one for properties, and then that's evergreen. And maybe you have the VAs help you like, hey, can you replenish this with the last 30 days of houses that have had a price drop in the Roseville area? Right? And good here, like this link tree. A lot of times we put our link tree up and then it just sits there, right? And it's like we created it, has our links. Well, go in and check out your link tree. Let me just let me exit out of this. If I can just do this, hold on 1 second. Go to your link tree right now. And if you don't have one, create one. You can go Linktree or you can go Koji, whatever you want. There's all kinds of different services out there. But like go in and see, well, what is on here? And can I create a link in here that is going to drive people to that? Right? Hey guys, the link is in my bio. It's there. So it could be here. It could be in a high note presentation. Like we have this links right to our, jointeamfast.com. I have this that has all of our newsletters. So this is evergreen. So every single thing that we talk about in group coaching, you guys, it's right here. So this is a way to like let those things live longer and longer. And then you can adjust that based on the season, the time, what's going on, right? Because that would be cool. If I was looking for homes right now and I was that dude last year that got beat out 1,000,000 times, I would want to know what houses have had a price drop in the last 10 days, 30 days, right? Those are the deals. Those are the opportunities to finally get into a home. So I love that question, Maria. Love it. Anything else on the topic? Maria? Okay, cool. Cynthia Peterson. And I love it. The room's coming back together. Since knowing Cynthia, she's moved Zoom rooms 4 times now, and now you have the art and it's all coming back together. So Cynthia, contributions, let's hear from you.
So something that I picked up at the Tom Ferry conference, I missed the second day, but I was there for day 1 and day 2. The thing that I loved was this guy. I wasn't too into the guy. I cannot remember his name because I was like, not paying attention to that. But he was talking about how it has a lot to do, like the customer experience has a lot to do with how you create that experience for them, and how like you could sell a pen. It was the guy that was talking about the pen, right? And you could sell a pen, and this is a $10 pen. But if I sell a pen that has, it's in a mahogany box and it's backlit, and you can only get it in London, and you can only get it in this one province of London. When we make ourselves that like limited commodity, that exclusive, people want to work with you because you've got these, oh, she's got these tools, or, ooh, they've got all these amazing resources that, can you imagine if they're providing this for me for free and I'm just someone online? Imagine what they're going to do for me once I'm actually their client. Imagine the care that they're going to give for me. And it starts at our eyeballs, and it starts like, when I consider my business, I think of it as when people look at my branding, when people look at my IG, whatever it is, when people come to my open house, that is them walking up to my storefront. And if I were a boutique owner, I'd be out there every morning sweeping, script role play, right? Sweeping is my script role play. I'd be out there knocking down the cobwebs. That's doing my marketing and making sure that my marketing is not just compliant, but that it's not stuck in the 90s, that it's not stuck back to where it used to be, right? Give people that like luxury experience when they meet you at your front door of your boutique. Don't wait until they call you, because then by that point, they've already reached out to that guy that's got the luxury mahogany box for a $10 pin. At the end of the day, we can all get shit done. We can all get deals done. But how are consumers seeing us when they walk to our doorstep? Be the mahogany box with the backlit and it's in London, or you can just be a fucking pen, right?
Yeah, I love this. Be the pin that you always want to put in your pocket when you get the bill at a restaurant. There's some pins where you're like, ooh, this pin, right? Put in your purse, put in your purse. No, I'm not putting it in my purse. Be the pin that people want to put in their purse. I love that, Cynthia. Actually, really, really love this analogy. So good stuff. And Ernesto, let's go to you, big dog.
Yeah, anytime we start talking about niches, I get all excited. I know, and I know that you know me and that I freaking love helping new agents in particular. And especially as a newer agent, it can seem counterintuitive to decide I want to specialize in this. But like, to what we were talking about earlier, call me if you want to buy, sell, invest. You just come off as a generalist. I don't know that you understand my problem and you can fix it, because apparently you just want to help everybody. So as I find myself having conversations with, especially newer realtors, deciding as soon as you can who you want to help, I think is a really good thing. So if I'm in Brentwood, Antioch, there's a lot of new builds out there. And there's a lot of people that are relocating from the peninsula in San Francisco and high income areas. They've been priced out of San Jose and they're shifting over there. So being like an expert in, tech employee relocation to deep Contra Costa County, doing video walkthroughs of new builds, that could be a really good niche. Like imagine creating, and then also it comes with being aware about what's around you. Like, would it be smart to create new build content if you are a realtor in San Francisco? Probably not. So having a niche is just super duper important. And for me, what's funny is that I think, and that also comes with like documenting what you're doing. So inadvertently, I've done 3 relocations now for people that are over 65 years old that have had to sell their house, fix their house, get them into a new house. And now people like recognize me as the guy who helps. Who's Craig? Is he calling you?
Craig Proctor.
Tell him you're busy.
Yeah, I'm busy.
So sometimes it'll come in just documenting what you're doing. And like, it's totally okay to not help everybody. It's totally okay to have boundaries. And I really respect that about other business owners when they're like, Ernesto, I don't do that. I don't want to overpromise and overdeliver. So when I say I don't enjoy working with investors, most of them are tire kickers. I've not had a good experience. They're very fickle. The numbers have to work. So I'm exerting all this energy and I don't know if it's going to check their numbers boxes. So anyway, I think if I'm a new agent, be careful being a generalist. Think of a doctor or a lawyer, right? If you're a doctor and a lawyer, the next logical question is, well, what are you an expert at? So hopefully those tips help people when it comes to like thinking of a niche and who they want to help and what they want to be known for as to what they're like the very best at.
Totally. And I saw a video, I think it was Sylvia the other day, talking about Danville. Now, it's great to know that Danville is such a safe community to live in. And if that's the approach, like I would go all in. I would start talking to, the people in the city. I would talk to the chief of police. I would talk to the schools. Why are they rated so high? Talk to the board of directors and like start talking to the community and like really give people a sense of what it's going to be like when I move from Fremont to Danville. I would go all in on that campaign. So let's do this, you guys. Let's start to unpack some of these thoughts, some of this dialogue. Melissa, you are writing like crazy. Melissa, are you in Vegas?
I am in Vegas.
Are you staying at the Aria?
Red Rock.
Red Rock. Okay, cool. So it was good to see you in the office the other day and officially welcome to the team. So Melissa, let me ask you, what are some key takeaways from today's group coaching? I don't know if this is your first group coaching with us, but if it is, welcome. What were some thoughts about the session and what are some of your key takeaways?
I love it. This is great and exactly what I've been looking for in a team. So thank you for this. Secondly, I wrote down, the things that were just kind of clicking with me is know what you're going to do in the day. The 1440 minutes in a day, right? Why would someone call me? And just then I was going through things like, oh, here's some copy of what I can write for my next social media posts.
Totally.
Because we talked about getting deeply into socials and making that, just being the expert and making sure that people want to work with you and know who you are, but what value you're offering to them.
Totally. I love it, Melissa. Great takeaways and welcome to the team. Carmen Barroque, hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Carmen, what are some of your key takeaways from today's talk?
Oh my God, so many things. Everything about, the social media, trying to find a niche, which I don't really have one exactly, or I could probably say I do, my Latino community, but I've never really have just directed it to them. And so right now that you were talking about how, you don't want to sound boring. You have to have some sort of hook in your media so people come to you. So that was my biggest takeaway.
I love this. So you guys, and this is, for Carmen, but if you speak Spanish, we have the buyer's consultation in various different languages, but for this context, that's great for them to see that. If that was on your screen as a green screen and you talked a little bit about that and be like, hey, for the next couple of weeks, I'm going to explain what contingencies are in Spanish so you can understand that, because my hope is to elevate the Latin community or Latino community, over the next couple of years, because we know that that is a demographic of homeowners that is certainly on the rise. So now you lean right into that. They want to hear from you. They want to know that somebody can speak to them in their own dialect and they understand you. So I think you have a great opportunity there to serve the Latin community. And I know a lot of people that are on this call that want to serve their people. So good stuff, Carmen. Let's go over to Demetria Webster. Hi, we haven't met. I'm Elias. Nice to have you on here. Demetria Webster, tell us first off where you're dialing in from and then key takeaways from today's group session.
Yes, so I'm dialing in from Hercules.
Okay.
And my key takeaways are finding your niche, your specialty. And I actually talking about investors. So I am an investor as well. And so that's my niche. But I will say I want to really get into the commercial space. So
Okay.
I'm looking forward to that. But I did find it really important to understand what is your value proposition. What can you provide specifically?
So Demetria, so you're an investor. What is, like, if someone was posting ads, what is an ad that would catch your attention? What would you want to see?
I would want to see, I have a list of distressed homes that have great value potential in this area. Please contact me if you want to learn more.
Or click here, right?
Right.
You would probably click versus saying, hi, I'm a local dude named Elias Astuto. I help investors. Thinking about buying an investment property, call me. You know what I've said? Me. Like, eliminate. I know you guys are badass, but sometimes you got to eliminate yourself when it comes to your ads in order to bring more people in. So Demetria, thank you for being here. Who told you about the group?
Who did? Andrea.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you for being here, and I appreciate your contribution. Danielle Martinez, you had your hand up. Let's go over to you.
Yeah, I just wanted to say what I'm taking away from today is, I think Cynthia mentioned it. We were, listening to the seminar, and some people you resonate, some people you don't. And I think that's the point of hearing different seminars, always going to group coaching, because something may stand out for you and something may not. But that's why it's here, because we're all different and we all pick up different energy from different people. So by networking, going around different people, getting out of our comfort zone, listening to all this, we get little tidbits that help us, and we communicate. We share tidbits, we get tidbits, and we learn like that. That's what I take away from it.
I love it. Appreciate you being
May
on.
I also say I have a guest on the line. I'm not sure if he's still here.
Yeah, who is it?
His name's Tan. I'm not sure if he's still on the line, but if he is.
Hi, Tom, if you're still here.
It's Tan.
Oh, Tan. Hi, Tan, if you're still here.
Is he? I'm not sure. Well,
it's okay.
He was reaching out for a team. He's in the Sacramento area. So I connected with him, I think, on our EXP on Facebook.
Okay.
So he's looking for a Sacramento office.
Awesome. Yeah, Tan is here. Welcome.
Text he's here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice to have you. Tan, if you have an ability to do so, do you want to share what your takeaway is from today's group session? Okay, cool. We'll keep cruising on. Let's go over to Hector, my man in Southern California. Hector, big dog, key takeaways from today's session. Good to have you on once again.
Always a pleasure to be on. Some great takeaways. We're in the marketing business. I think that most people kind of lose themselves in saying that we're real estate agents and that we're realtors. But the truth is we're in the marketing business. So money on the marketing messages, how to kind of rethink those outgoing messages in terms of, hey, this is what I do, instead of saying me, like, how can I create some copy that's going to attract people to want to maybe fill out a form or click that Facebook ad or maybe reach out or maybe DM me. A lot of times we forget that we're not really good at copy, right? So maybe studying some copy, studying some marketing techniques, maybe listening more to Craig Proctor and how they kind of think out of the box. That for me was money. And, the other thing was you guys talked about at the summit, social media, taking action, what kind of things are we doing differently to kind of put our business out there? I like what the young man said right now about documenting our process, being specific, not being a generalist. I like what he said about that, not being a generalist. dial down on a niche, and then just build from there. So that was awesome.
Yes. Have you guys ever saw like an ad? Maybe it's in front of a building, or maybe it's a lawyer, or maybe it's whatever. And there's like and like your eyes are trying to be like, oh my God, like they do all these things, like great. Like, and I'm glad that Ernesta said that. Imagine you walk into the doctor. I specialize in feet, head, arms, this, gut, your brain, all these things. Which one do you want? I'm like, do you really know about my shoulder pain that I'm having right now? Like, like I don't feel really that comfortable, but I love that we're having this conversation, you guys. Here's the thing. We're all going to grow. We're going to continue to grow, but I want to see you guys, and I want to be a part of your lives in a couple of years from now and beyond. Like I truly, truly want to be a part of your lives. And so you guys, no matter what happens in these rooms, you guys have to go out there and say, you know what, I'm motivated enough today to do one thing. And for all of us are at different stages of our business. So you have to say, you know, what am I committed to taking action on right now? We're going to go to Elevate this weekend, and I'm really excited about Elevate because of the room that I get to be in. I get to hear from you guys. I get to sit next to you guys. I get to be in the audience with you guys. I get to hear these amazing speakers, and then I get to share and contribute as well. So for me, I'm constantly looking for ways to grow and contribute in this business. So you guys, there's nothing stopping you. Patty Goodspeed did an event yesterday with Herman Chan. I'd never met Herman Chan, and the dude is the most lovely person to be around in the world. I had a great time. We were at the Bentley dealership in Walnut Creek, like all these supercars. And like, you know what? Nobody talked about business. Nobody talked about the shift, interest rates, none of that. It was all about just building relationships. And it was the coolest thing, you guys. Like you have the ability, having all these offices, to just bring people together, have some fun with them, break bread, do something cool, do a certain event that has never been done before. Like call your local associations, bring them in, have parties, do YPM events, go get involved in YPN, do a YPN Unite event. That's what I'm trying to do right now. Like there was nothing stopping you from going out there and just having fellowship like Janique just wrote. So you guys go out there and like build your bonds and build your relationships before we head out. How many people have attended a boot camp in the past with us, not outside of us? Let's just get a reaction on the screen below. If you were a past boot camper, please give me a emoji. All right, cool. So you guys, I'm going to announce this, but signups are actually going to start on Monday, but I'm going to give you guys a quick glimpse inside. So we are launching a boot camp that starts on September 1st. This is a database boot camp. It is a 30-day challenge. Now, this is going to be a points-based system. We're going to learn how to truly master our database. How do we master Real Scout? How do we master Follow Up Boss? And what are the things that we should be doing to make sure that we manage it? The goal for the program is to leave with 41 new people added into your database on a minimum. Why? Because that puts us on track if we do that every single month for 24 months to have 1,000 people in our database. We're going to show you how to manage, what are the hot lists, how to clear this out, how to make sure that you understand how to look at your CRM and find the opportunities with the highest propensity for people to close based on consumer behavior. Sakia, you had your hand up really quick. Oh, is that just I'm in? Okay. So you guys, we're going to put some monetary attachments to this. We've never done this before, and I'm really excited about this. It's going to be a 30-day sprint, and we're going to give some money out to the top 3 points winners. Everyone's going to have the point system. Don't worry about that. That will be released next week. You guys are going to be on an honor system. I'm going to have you guys plug in your numbers every single day. Now, top winner of that 30-day database challenge is going to get a 3-night or 2-night stay in Napa at a 5-star resort paid for by the company. We're going to put you guys up. You take your honey, you take your partner up there, go and have a nice weekend on us. The second prize is going to be $1,000 towards your marketing expenses. Now, that could be postcards, that could be to your farm, that could be something that you've wanted to launch in your business. That's going to be the second prize. And the third prize is we're going to give you a free Envision video. That Envision video can be a spotlight video. It could be a area video. It could be just you telling about your family and your friends and what you want to accomplish in this business and your why. Whatever that looks like, you can create or design that. But we want to have some fun with this. We're not going to close this out. We're not going to kick people out of this program. And here's the thing, everyone's going to be able to see everyone's numbers. If you don't show up and do the work, you're going to have zeros on there. That should motivate. I'm never going to be in a zero. I'm never going to be at the bottom. So I'm always going to push myself. So you'll get to see it. You'll be able to look at it every single day. And my hope is that everyone really, really dives in, takes action, does the daily activities, and becomes a master at managing their database. Because so many times I talk to agents, and that's one area to where we cannot really, really fine tune. I promise you, you get your database in point over the next couple of years, you will solve a lot of problems. So I'm excited about the next boot camp. Information will be released on Monday and signups will start Monday. More information to come on that. So are you guys excited about the potential of going to boot camp? Okay, listen, I'm going to tell you this. Don't show up and don't sign up for boot camp if you're not ready for a 30-day sprint. This is a 30-day sprint. This is a challenge. There's money attached to this. But at the end of the day, the money really doesn't matter. I just want to honor you guys and do something cool for you. What I want to see is I want to see those points, those numbers. Oh my God, I added 70 people to my database. Look at my organization. I clear out my CRM every single day. Look who I have in Real Scout. Look who are the hottest people. Look how I'm responding. That's what I want from you guys. So let's do this as a collective. Let's come together. It's going to be hosted by me, by Dan Sundberg. We'll have Judith on there as an administrator as well. So we're going to have some fun with it. My call on you guys. The last session will be in person in Oakland. The whole entire outline will be out next week, but I'm giving you guys a precursor of what's to come. So I'm excited. I'm about to hit the road, go to Elevate. I'm hoping to see you guys there tomorrow. We're going to represent for Team Fast. We're going to bring the heat. We're going to share everything that you guys have created, what the company has done to create and support your growth. So hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow in beautiful Santa Cruz. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And as always, you guys, keep it moving towards your dreams, goals, and vision. Peace.